Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to LGE for another season of Road to Glory in their Thursday tier. And we've got 10 rounds for you, starting here stateside in the Sunshine State of Florida for the Miami Grand Prix around the car park of the Hard Rock Miami Dolphins football stadium. And so I'm back. I'm your host, King Zome, and I'm here with Flea, aka Lee, and me, aka Joe, for this first round with the full qualifying session. How you doing, Lee? It's been a long time, as we were just saying before the stream.
It's been quite a while since we've both been in the commentary box together, so it's going to be fun, I would say. We'll see how things are going to be going. It was a good season last season, but it's looking like it's absolutely lashing it down, so we're going to see some wet weather tyres on. Or
Inters, maybe? Yeah, I'm not sure. Obviously, we can't. Unfortunately, you can't see the actual track. We can only see the pit lane. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it, for F123? You could have a little broadcast view around the track. So we've got 18 drivers for you tonight. And so in this full qualifying session, 3 drivers will be leaving us at the end of this first 18-minute session and on to the 15-minute session in Q2, and then down to our top 10 for Q3, and that will be a 12-minute session, and that will decide the battle for pole. And I'm sure some of the Chuckle Brothers, I'm sure, will be up there for that one, along with obviously a few other drivers. So, as I said, Lee, intermediates or wets. Obviously, drivers are taking their time. We don't know what the weather's going to be like for the race, and we don't know what it's going to be like for the rest of qualifying either. We can only hazard a guess. But looking at it's difficult when you look in the pit lane, isn't it?
Saying everybody's on inters right now, so. Just give me 2 seconds, I need to change controller here.
So as we wait for Lee to do that, we'll, if anyone wants to make a comment in the comment section below the video of who will be on pole, our pole prediction for today. I'm not sure who I'm going to go for, as I said. I would hazard a guess it may be one of the Chuckle Brothers, maybe Lee Craig as well, who will certainly be up there potentially if he can deal with these tricky conditions. Looks like we've got a few drivers now out on the circuits. They all peel out one by one. So we've got the number 7 Alfa Romeo Aki, of course not Kimi Raikkonen anymore. It used to have the number 7. Familiar number on that car as he just starts negotiating the latter part of Sector 1. Around the triple corner at the fake marina. Was famous last year. I'm sure it'll be back again this year. It's already looking strange to look at the 22 cars now compared to the new 21 cars. But I say that the majority of them almost look completely identical to what they did last year. So say an evolution of last year. There's only a handful, not even a handful actually. That'd be half a grid that have changed for this season. I'm not even going to say dramatically. There's only been a couple that have done. As we see him flying to the freeway now.
I think the biggest one was the Alfa Romeo and the Haas were the biggest changes, was it?
And the Merc, probably, I'd say as well. But Merc is back to a colour we used to know anyway for a couple of years.
We're seeing him coming down the back there for the start of his lap. We'll see how well Alfa Romeo is going to be able to do it in these slippery conditions. And if it's going to be a dry race, then it's going to be a dry setup he's got on, so it's going to be a little bit more treacherous out here. He's going to have to get to turn 1, turn 2. Oh, that got a little bit of a sort of coming out of turn 2 there.
I was going to say he almost lost it at turn 2.
Yeah, it was a close one. Sector 1 is a yellow flag. There's someone who's slid at turn 2 as well. That'll be a tricky part of the track, it seems.
34.7 for the first sector. Of course, the first man to set a time, so he set it in the benchmark. In Sector 1, he did have a troublesome couple of corners. He now comes down the back straight. Usually a DRS straight, and in these conditions that is disabled. He's heavy on the brakes into turn 11 and through turn 12 as we get into the twisty, complex part of the circuit as we go underneath the freeways. I said a few moments ago, on a multitude of freeways and slip roads. As we come around turn 16 and onto the back straight, where it does sort of open up for you here as the DRS is activated, but obviously no DRS at the moment. So he's coming down to the final corner. Lee, he's had a better second sector, not too many corners to negotiate in the third, so not a lot of time, not a lot of room to make too many errors in sector 3. What sort of time is he going to do? What's the benchmark he's going to set?
1:47.8.
Instantly beaten by just over a second. Lee, very close. Oh no, sorry, and then yeah, just behind him is Bugatti.
Ooh, what's up? Mercedes up top. That's just on the way.
So what other drivers got a yellow flag? I think this is Aston Martin. As we just see the Mercedes go past.
Just seen Perrin Bowden coming across the line, finishes him up with 38.694. Good enough for 7th place. Quite a way off the back there for now.
Got Royal Rumble coming through. Oh no, sorry, he's going into the pit lane. Didn't invalidate that, so I wonder why he's...
I think the next one's going to be Chicken and Once, is it? No, it's...
I think it is. Oh, is it an Alpha Tauri?
Oh, it's Nay.
Yeah, it was Naismith. And he's gone up into first place. Of course, not provisional pole just yet. Got a little while to wait until that happens. John, though, gets up into second place, 3/10 behind.
What a time there from Chicken and Once, who goes third with a 1:36.6.
So you could arguably say that the track, it looks like it's getting, the rain's getting lighter actually, so maybe it's going to be time for the slicks by the end of this first session. Always good though to get some bank collapse in case you hit the walls, which are quite close here at this Miami International Circuit.
Oh, and AJ Baker, something's happened with him.
He's hit the wall and he's out, so he could make make it through into Q2 as Kieran sets the lap of a 1:37.295, and I think we had another driver there. I think Prof just got in there into second place with a 1:36.1. I definitely think the track is going to start getting better. But yeah, AJ Baker is out, so he can make his way up into Q2, but of course he won't be able to set a lap in Q2, so he'll be starting at best 15th place.
Yeah, I'm just seeing any other brothers. Shuckle Brothers is on a lot, but he's got a little bit of traffic up ahead. Looks like it's his teammate moving out the way nicely there. Navigating under the freeway here on turn 16 now. We'll see what time is going to be done. 1:09 in sector 2. David Benson, good evening to you too, my friend. And we're seeing him coming into turn 17 now. Into 18 and 19 across the line. We'll see what time he's going to be able to do. Looks like it is going to be a quick one. There we go, 1:35.887. Nicely done there from Paul Chuckle there.
So either that man early on threw his balls to the wall, or the track is getting better.
Yeah, that appears so.
As we see a tyre in the middle of the track. I don't know if you saw that. I was still off board with Chuckle Brothers. We see, is that an Alpine? As we got Danny Apex just starting a lap where that tyre is in the middle of the circuit. Good old EA living up to expectations there as we watch Ginge. It looks like it says he's gone purple in the middle sector, Lee.
It looks like it compared to what Paul Chuckle's time was just a few moments ago. But it's all going to come down to these final couple of corners here. What is he going to be able to make that McLaren do? Keeping it in nice and tight. Oh,
fastest.
Just unable to get far enough up, but then again, it's all about just making sure you're in the top 15 here.
As we see Barry in the Haas, making his way up to the final braking zone of the lap, turn 17. Is he going to be able to position himself next to his brother on the front row? He can't. 7th fastest, but it is close in that midfield.
Yeah, I would say that. But then we've got Danny Apex and the Red Bull just coming around turn 17 there. Doesn't look like a particularly fast lap. Really, 38 coming up. Yep, 38.164. It's only good enough for 17th place at the moment. He's going to have to go again and hopefully get it into the 136s. He's going to have to shave off just over a second at least in order to get into the next qualifying session.
As we see Royal Rumble, the last man to do his first time. This first session is flown by Leah, so I have to admit.
I would say that. But yeah, anybody in the chat section, feel free to fire your comments in and we'll get back to them as soon as we can. And you could fire away some of your predictions for the rest or any queries. But we'll see. I think that was Aki has spun it.
Oh, and he's out as well.
He's out, yep. That was at turn 3 there.
Well, it does move AJ Baker up a position. He will get through the next session. Actually, no, sorry, I spoke way too soon. That is actually not correct. No, but he will move up one place more than he was expecting. So, maybe my educated guess was wrong, as we see Bugatti going a bit faster. I definitely think the track's not as wet as it was at the start of the session, no, Lee.
I got to agree with you there. It does look like the rain is easing off quite a bit. And there we go. Times are coming down even more. Paul Chuckle was 135.671. So, like you said, their times are getting quicker. On board with Ginge as he's coming down the back straight into turn 17. And we're going to see what he's capable of doing since this track is drying up and if it's still going to be good enough for these intermediate tyres, or is it going to be time for the dry tyres? Doesn't look like it just yet, but
he did improve though, by just under 4 tenths. Got a fastest in sector 3.
John Holmes wasn't able to improve there. And it's just Paul Chuckle now.
And this is where the quali session really is going to start to warm up now, with only less than a handful of minutes to go in this first qualifying session. He said the track is getting better. Is anyone in the bottom 5, Lee, or bottom 4 should I say, are any of them going to take the risk and go onto those slick tyres right at the end? Or I just think it's a little too cloudy. The sun hasn't really come out to be able to dry the track up like they would want it to be, to go on the dry tyres.
Doesn't look like it. Looks like they're going to be sticking to the intermediates. I think it could be the right call. I mean, it's the safest call. Oh, yeah, Jesus. Royal Rumble, near enough sending it into the water. On purpose, near enough. Well, no purpose, but I think he just wasn't paying attention there. Forgot the car had a steering wheel for a second. So it's all going to come down to Looneyman, Danny Apex, Royal Rumble, and Perman Bowden here, really. Whether these guys are going to be able to put in a good enough lap and get it going. Danny Apex is just getting wheeled back into the garage. He'll be able to just get that one and done lap.
Yeah, so these drivers at the very back, the track does look a lot better than it did before. It really is starting to look a lot drier, actually. It's not so much spray coming off the rear wheels now, Lee, like there was.
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
Obviously, DRS has not been enabled yet. That may happen a bit later on in this session, but obviously we've not really got long to go, and it should get drier as we go into the following session. So these drivers in the bottom four need to get themselves a semi-decent lap in here with these drying conditions to put Aki and AJ Baker on the back row and the penultimate row of the grid, Lee. So a lot of pressure on them, but also at the same time they kind of know they've got two positions they can make quite easily.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say quite easily. I mean, they do need to improve their lap by roughly a second at least with a lot of them, as they're going to get it up into the 36.7 at least.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the drying track compared to before.
Yeah, that could help a lot, but then again, that might have been perfect conditions for the intermediates, and they might not be getting to their full potential now. But we will see in just a few short moments, as I think there's any one of these guys on a lap. I think Perrin Bowden just coming across the line, and he improves, but not enough, only by half a second. Needs to improve a lot more there. Royal Rumble coming under the freeway.
He has got enough battery, Bowden, to go again. We will concentrate on this bottom four, Lee. Oh, well, we'll show the bottom four. There's a few others, maybe up to sort of 11th or 12th. These conditions are getting a lot better. The top two have decided to stay in, Lee. They're just going to watch the last couple of moments of this first qualifying session.
Oh, and Kieran, he decided to stay in the pits and he is lost out. He's down to 16th place now.
Oh no, that was not a good call for the Haas man, as we've got just over 30 seconds left, and I think everyone now is on a lap. So who's going to be the first one to finish their lap there? I'm thinking maybe an Alpha Tauri, maybe? Is that looking like it would have been, but John Holmes has invalidated his lap time. Has he got enough time to start a lap again? He would do, but he hasn't got the battery to put in a competitive time. So who's next, Lee?
Perrin Bowden is just coming to turn 17 right now. See if he's going to be doing a good lap here or not. Doesn't look like it. Nope, he's going to be out of qualifying. We've got Danny Apex is going to be the next one. He's just came through turn 16 now onto the back straight, and we'll see how his time is going to be. I'm not sure how he's been doing previous, during this lap in sector 1 to 2.
No, but this really is drive to survive now for Danny Apex as he takes the final apex. And across the line, has he done enough? He hasn't. He's in 16th and will be out in Q1. Looney Man is the other important driver to watch, as he's clearly running a low ride height there. You can hear the chassis oscillating as he goes down the back straight as we go into turn 17 for the final time for the Mercedes man in Q1. Will it be the final time in qualifying, however, as he crosses the line now? Stays 18th fastest.
Just not enough there for Looneyman there.
So that is your bottom four. I was going to say five again. Bottom four for the Miami Grand Prix here, in round one of the Thursday tier. And it looks like it'll be 3 people out late in Q2, so a little bit less pressure on some of those drivers, but no one was able to make the gains.
Yeah, so have a wee quick rundown. We've got Paul Chuckle, Bugatti Sloan, Nate, and then we've got Prof, Ginge, Wanted Noob, John Holmes, Chicken and Blunts, Lee Craig Calvert, Barry Chuckle, Royal Rumble, Hixie. They're all the ones that are going to be going through. AJ Baker and Aki unfortunately crashed out, so they'll be going through as well, but won't be able to settle up as the car is ruined, we'll say. We've got Danny Apex, Kieran Lehman and Perrin Bowden, who are also going to be out of this session. And we'll be moving on to the next one. So, only 3 are going to be eliminated for the next session. What do you make of that then, Joe?
Not as come on, Joe. It's been a long time, but let's get into gear, mate. It's not as exciting as what it could have been, but we'll have to see. Of course, we're still hopefully going to get a top 10. Is it going to have dried up though, Lee? Is the rain going to have cleared, or are we going to carry on with similar conditions, or even wetter conditions?
Ooh, no. That's the question. What's it going to be like? We're going to just find out in a few short moments if this game hurries up and loads Abdi in. Let's do this. Getting ready for the second qualifying session. What tyres are they going to be on?
Similar conditions.
Intermediates again. Ooh, fancy.
So as you can see, we've only got... Sorry. So, as you can see, we've only got 13 drivers for the session because 2 of the drivers went out. I've already forgotten who those 2 were. It was AJ Baker.
And Aki.
There we go. Lee's been doing it for a bit longer than me recently. So, anyway, 15 minutes for this Q2. Please subscribe to the channel if you are watching. We'll have races every Thursday night for at least the next 10 weeks. And maybe beyond. So, a few drivers coming out late.
Yep, it looks like Hicks is the first time out of the pit lane. Anyway, in the Aston Martin there. Got to say, Aston Martin this year have seemingly came on quite a bit from last year, I would say.
Oh, no, I don't think they've improved at all, Lee. I mean, they no, maybe Fernando Alonso's actually for once made, I think, apart from Renault in, like, the medieval times.
Medieval with that Flavio.
May have made a really good call. I don't think they'll be championship contenders, but I think we may certainly see quite a big fight between Mercedes and Aston Martin for that third place in the title race. Maybe second, because Ferrari will probably do their usual in about 5 minutes. I'm actually, unpopular opinion, I'm not a big Ferrari fan, I'm not going to lie.
See, I like Ferrari, but the thing is, they just keep letting us down every single bloody time.
See, do you know why I don't like them? I feel like they're really entitled.
I could get that.
Controversial, I know.
I could get that. I mean, they're like, oh well, if this rule isn't changed, then we're dropping it, and they're like, oh no, Ferrari, gonna drop out.
Oh, we love you. Oh, friends.
Friends. Ferrari friends.
Professional. Hixie starting his first lap.
It's Ginge who's on the lap first. He's overtaken everyone. I'm going to sit on board with him as he's coming around turn 7, 8 and 9, no, 6, 7 and 8 now.
Yes. And then the
it's
back
just
straight.
Confusing. It's one,
I don't know why it's 3
corner,
corners. Yeah, well, I'd say it's 2 corners.
At most, yeah.
I'd argue you'd say it is 2 corners, but because I think the one in Malaysia that's very similar to that, you know, that style, is 2 corners.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I bet you're on about that.
hashtag bring back Malaysia to the F1 games.
Yes, please.
And Turkey.
And Turkey, yes. Like, I literally want to go out and buy the old F1 games just.
I also want like Mugello as well because that track looks sick.
It does. Just via it's like a roller coaster.
It's like hashtag please don't get rid of Portugal and China because I don't want less tracks. I don't particularly, they're not my favourites. Like China, well, they're like mid-tier for me. We've gone really off topic here. I'm really sorry. Whoever's watching this stream now or later, I do apologise. As we see Ginge go on to that first spot. I was going to say provisional pole. It's not yet. I can't say it yet. Under contractual obligation not to say it.
Jumping the gun a little there.
Jumping the gun, Nate Smith though.
Nate puts on a 135.7.
I like what you did
Nice
there.
done.
As we see Lee Crachup brothers across the line. Paul. Was that right? No, Barry, isn't it?
Yeah, Barry.
Yeah. So, yeah, Lee Craig goes into 7th place with 136.783.
I've seen Royal Rumble just coming across the line now. See what time he's going to put in a 136.4. Got Bugatti Sloven right behind him. Oh no, it was John Holmes, sorry. He put in a 137.969. Puts him in 9th position.
So we're watching Paul in the Alpha. Says he's got a purple Sector 1.
Again, in him, he probably has just set purple Sector 1, but then again, we'll see how this is going to turn out because apparently this game is like. It does like to give you false sense of hope and security.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it?
I've had it numerous times, huh? So have you. We've had it while we're resting.
Sarcasm, ladies and gentlemen, that the Scotsman couldn't get. Anyway.
Jesus Christ. I hate it.
Chuckle Brothers. Paul into turn 17 in car 26. And now 18 and 19. Could have got a bit closer to the wall. But in these conditions, I'm not surprised that he isn't as he crosses the line. Didn't need to because he's got 3/10 in his pocket with a 135.467.
Jeez. He's absolutely commanding the lead right now, but then
Did
again,
he win last season by any chance?
Yes, he did. But then again, we've got some of these close competitors here, like Ginge wanted Noob, and we've got Naismith as well, who's appearing quite quick here today.
I mean, everything from 2nd to 8th at the moment is very close in wet conditions.
Yeah, I'm thinking Prophet could definitely put in a quicker lap than that. He's most likely just spun out or something.
No, I think he's at the peak of his powers there, mate.
I hate you so much.
I'm so excited to have you back, and
now I'm just regretting it totally.
yeah,
I should just done the tackle back.
It's alright. I'll forgive you. It's fine. AKA, by the way, everyone, I hate Petr Cech. Inside joke. So as we're waiting to see Chuck Brothers.
Oh, wanted Noob improves. He goes third with a 135.710. Just 5,000ths of a second off of second place there.
Wow. What can Chuck Brothers do?
There's a close between 4th and 5th right now, 3,000ths of a second. And he thinks better of it. He's just like.
He messed up the final corner, didn't he?
Yeah.
Come on, Gene won't be happy with that.
I just got that about the door there, just going through my head.
It's when he always has to go. Have you watched the latest Drive to Survive series? He has to
No,
go
I've
to
not.
136. Yeah, he
Oh, Ginge!
every time he's on screen, like at the end of every race, he's like, I've got to go for Gene.
Oh, it's too funny, man.
And Joe like considers my girlfriend or fiance. She always tells me off for calling her girlfriend. I'm still not used to it. Fiance is obsessed with Gene. She like if anyone's in the UK and they remember Deal or No Deal, she thinks he's like the banker because he's always got a ring Gene.
Makes sense.
As we see, Hixie. We're all professional in Q1. Q2 is gone to Schlibbens.
So, we see Prof, he's just starting a lap now. We're going to sit on board with him and probably watch and see how he's
there's an Alpine. Oh, he was just getting out of the way. It looked like he was in the wall. He was so close to the wall. It was a noob.
Oh, nicely done, but Prof, he was having to be careful on the throttle going through turn 3 there. Looking a bit shaky on the rear end. And 4 and 5, no bother. 6 and 7, nicely done.
Sorry, Lee, just watching Chuckle Brothers across the line. Goes even faster.
Right, you show off enough. We can, you're quick, we can need you proving it even more.
No one likes a show off.
Exactly, Mr. Paul Chuckle.
Who are we with at the moment, Neil? Who are you with, should I say?
I'm on Prof right now as he's coming around turn 12 right now. Into 13 and coming under the freeway here. Gotta say, I do like that wee section there. It is quite unique, I would say.
Uniquely awful.
Tomato,
It's worse than Spain, even though the Spain chicane is going. Oh,
wait, when's that going?
This year.
Yes!
It's going back to the old layout. Anyway, Prof, turn 17.
Yeah, going to 18 now. Getting a bit of problem on the throttle, getting that traction down that he's needed to the line. But that doesn't matter, he managed to put in a 135.772, good enough for 6th place at the moment. He's only 6 thousandths off of John Holmes. And
yeah, it's very close in that midfield, very close. 4, 5, 6. 6 of them are within a tenth. Am I right? Yeah, 6 of them within a tenth. Or just over a tenth.
But that, yep. Between 2nd and 7th. Seen Bugatti Sloven if he's going to be able to improve. No, he's not. Hixie is down on his time. Checking ambulance is coming in. He's up 1/10 right now. Not sure. Yep, that could be good enough to get him through into the final qualifying session. Just going to have to see how well he tackles turns 17, 18 and 19 as he's on his final stretch of the line. He takes a bit too much curve, but the apex there, car kind of bumps right over the curve there to the line, and he lost a good bit of time there at turn 17, unfortunately. So Lee Craig's just getting ready to start his lap now. God's I'm looking at the stream right now, Joe, and yeah, you're right. The PS5 is better. Much of the headset. And you could hear the jealousy ripping out of me right there. But as we get off that topic right now, before I start greeting, watching Lee Craig on his lap now. He's coming around 9 now and 10. which is weird to say that it's even a corner, really, because it's just still flat out. Turn 12 and 13 now, and 14 and 15 here under the freeway. Nicely done through 16. Managing to get the throttle down nice. They're getting as much traction as needed. He's up on his time, which is looking good for now. I think it was 7/10 he's up as he's coming into the final couple of corners here. Getting the car rotated nicely there through turn 17. Keeping it in tight for turn 19, and he goes 7th with 135.818, 9/10 quicker than his previous time. So the people in the drop zone right now are Hexie, Chicken and Blunts, who are both still in the... Well, Chicken and Blunts is getting wheeled into the pits now, and Royal Rumble, who is just coming, or just came out from under the freeway now, and he's going to be coming up to turn 17 in a few seconds, but he is off on his time, so I'm guessing he's spun out. Calvert looks like he's improving on his time right now. We'll see in just a few short moments as he's going to come to the end of sector 2. Oh, and he's spun it, and that's it.
I think he's safe
got
anyway.
Thing looking like a spearhead.
Yeah, he's safe anyway. He's safe anyway.
So, yeah, but if someone improves... Oh no, that's the end of qualifying. Nice one. So, unfortunately they three couldn't get out to make another time. Hexie, Chicken and Blunts and Royal Rumble.
And Ginger stayed in. If anyone is watching the stream, listening to the stream, who is racing, would you let us know what the weather's going to be like for the race, please? Really interested to know.
I'll try and find out if I can.
Yeah, annoyingly, like you said, it's the one thing that EA or just Codemasters, whoever, can get really right is the graphics. You can't fault them. They look amazing.
Yeah, although there is one small thing that I would like to change. It would be cool to like have the, you know, the heads-up display, like
Yes,
like on the Halo and.
I know you can get mods for PC for that. I agree. I wish you could just have like 3, like even like the actual stand-ins with like. Oh no, I suppose you can't really do that though, can you? It get too complicated.
I think we're looking at a bit much there.
A little bit, but yeah, no, I agree. I think that would be something that would be quite good. More spectator cameras as well.
Yes, I've got to agree there. Having on-board and off-board.
I don't mind on-board and off-board, but like even if it's just one off-board and then a few on-board shots, like in the F1 Manager game. Anyway, do you want to do the honors?
Here we go. We've got Paul Chuckle, who proved his might in Q2 yet again. He came first, and then we've got Naismith just 3/10 behind. 4/10 behind that is Prof. Then we've seen Wanted Noob, Chuck Brothers, aka Barry Chuckle, John Ohms, Lee Craig, Bugatti Sloven, and Calvert. Ginge would have came in 6th place, I think, or something like that. But unfortunately, he crashed out, so he won't be continuing on. And we've got Hexie, Chicken and Blunts, and I missed what that was.
Well.
Royal
I'm surprised
Rumble.
you didn't get all the way to the end. Oh, there we go.
That was Royal Rumble. I'll look back on the stream.
So now, Lee, we've gone into the end zone of qualifying. See what I did there?
Oh my god, he made a reference.
Oh. So, final part of qualifying. And it's still raining, so it's going to rain for the entire session. I don't think we found out, have we, Lee, about the
No.
weather in the race? No, I didn't think so. If anyone is watching the stream, because we've had a few more viewers, come on, welcome. If you're new or just one of the drivers who've unfortunately been knocked out, welcome. Please tell us, if you are one of the drivers, what the weather is going to be like in the race itself. So, got 9 drivers now, actually, because Ginge actually crashed out. I thought he just retired from the session. So we've lost another one. So we've gone from losing 2 to losing 1 now into the 3rd session.
Well, it's kind of expected that in these treacherous conditions, I mean, I'm guessing that it's going to be dry weather for the race, as these folks here have got the more updated for the weather than we are, and their cars will be set up for the main race. But it's looking like, since we're seeing some people get a little bit squirrely in that.
Sorry, chiming in again. That's another one, letting us know what the weather is. EA, if you're not clearly not listening, but EA.
Yep.
Weather, want to know it. Thanks. Was Lee Craig? No, we've got 2 other cars ahead. I think that's is that a Mercedes and a? No, sorry, an Alpine. Alpine and Alpha Tauri, yeah. So I think John's going to be the first one to start a lap, not potentially the first one to finish a lap. Don't want to jinx it.
Yep, I'll be sitting on board with Wanted Noob, who is just right behind in the Alpine.
Quite close behind in the Alpine, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would say. But then again, he's just went and bumped off the ladder on the exit of turn 17.
He just rubbed up against it, Lee. Oh, the Alpine actually decided to back out of his lap. Strange. So come on then, Lee. We haven't had it all qualifying, so we might as well now. Why don't we? Why don't you take them around the lap with Noob?
Right, here we go, coming into turn 6 and 7 now. This should be the end of sector 1, just coming up in just a few short moments. We'll see 33.9, nicely done there from Wanted Noob now, coming around turn 9 and 10 now, still flat out. It's basically just a straight through them corners into turn 11 here, heavy braking down into second. Around turn 12 here, it's quite a slow corner usually anyway, but in the wet it's even worse, especially around here. Oh, and taking as much as he could out of that turn 15 there, near enough cutting that apex completely. Managing to navigate under freeway and around turn 16 also quite nicely. Let's see how he's going to be doing coming into the final couple of corners here, into turn 17. Managing to get on the throttle nicely there. He got to be careful though in this weather. Puts the time in at 135.7. Nicely done there from Wanted Noob, but I reckon that we're going to see a couple of people being a little bit quicker than that just coming up. As we're seeing, oh, we've got Naismith here coming across the line right now. And yep, there we go. He goes 210, quarter of a second quicker actually than Wanted Noob, and puts it into first place.
Bugatti next. And I think he... Oh no, sorry, he must have just been starting a lap.
Yeah, sometimes it does that. It says they're on a lap when they're just coming into sector 3. Like on their out lap, so...
Yeah, again?
Yep, but like to take the piss out well up. So here we go. What's going to be next? We've got Prof who's going to be coming into turn 17 in just a few short moments when that car's decided to stop revving its head off. As it's stretched out in 8th gear there. Let's see, coming around turn 18 now, into 19, cross the line. What time's he going to do it? Oh, 1:35.446. Nicely done there from the Mercedes driver, but then again, we've got Paul Chuckle just coming across the line, and he goes even quicker, just as I thought, 1:35.353. There's a lot of 3s and 5s in there. So
we do have the Williams next, but he hasn't validated his lap time.
Oh.
So still got 2 drivers, 2 set laps.
Oh, John Holmes just went and moved up place he improved. He's put in a 1:36 flat there. So he's moved ahead of his teammate Calvert there, who's, yep, he's on an out lap right now, so he'll be just about to start his lap in just a few short moments. He is on a lap.
Of course, the other thing we haven't said today is we've had 3 wet sessions. It's they're going to have a lot of tyres to choose from for the race. A lot of fresh tyres.
Yeah, they will have a lot of tyres, so we're going to be seeing quite a lot of variation. I would reckon, as they could run medium, soft even. So it's going to be fun to see the different strategies and how everything's going to play out on track.
And Bugatti is now on a lap. Played his way down the back straight onto turns 11, 12 and 13. Now under the freeway and through this tricky and troublesome chicane as we now come out and on to the other back straight, the second DRS zone of 3. Obviously, as I said before, not activated during these conditions. He makes his way down to the final braking zone of the lap at 17, hits the brakes about 150 metres, gets it nicely into the apex and runs it right out to the wall and then back over to the left again for the next apex of 18, and then shortest run to the line to 19. Goes into second there, very close between the top 3.
Yeah, it is nicely done there from Bugatti. He's managed to make as much use of these wet conditions here as possible. But I think it's just Barry Chuckle that's got to settle up now, so we're just going to be waiting. He's in sector 2 right now, coming around turn 10. It'll be hard braking coming into turn 11. Oh, he's going down into first, trying to get as much rotation as possible into that Haas car there. And around turns 14 and 15 there, you're basically cutting that apex of turn 15 there, trying to reduce the amount of rotation needed. Nicely done onto the back straight now. Just a couple of corners still to go. He's running quite a low downforce setup, up to 202 mile an hour there. So I reckon he's going to be looking at making quite a few overtakes in this race. Just up ahead in a few short moments, comes across the line. Let's see what time he's going to put in. Goes 5th with a 1:35.661. Still pretty close between this whole field now. It's left up to, I would say, about 7th place here. It's all quite close together. What's that, 4/10?
It is, yeah. The other thing I was going to say, Lee, Chuck he's got enough fuel to go again, so I think he's going to do a cool down lap, try and charge the battery up as much as possible. Of course, much easier in the wet conditions because you don't use so much. So I think we're going to see another lap out of him.
Well, we'll see as he's coming through sector, when he's coming through sector 3. Just seconds.
So, we've got Lee Craig starting his final lap potentially. He's got enough time to do another one, but it'd have to be consecutive after this one. Just making his way into the S section of Sector 1 before the Marina turn, or 3 turns. As we get to there now, 6, 7 and turn 8. As we now go into Sector 2, he's just down on his first attempt in Q3. So we'll actually just stick with Lee till the end of his lap. We've got just over a minute remaining, and Lee Craig has hit the wall, tried to take too much apex. Bit of a rookie error there, got very, very close to the wall, and he's out. That could disrupt other people's laps. I think it will disrupt other people's laps, as we see Professor going through, and he's ghosted. Actually, I didn't look like he was ghosted though. He didn't fade ever so slightly, but he was ghosted. He was managed to get through unscathed. Chuckle Brothers has gone even faster now with a 1:35.118 and takes a provisional pole. We'll see.
He's just who's sure that's cemented.
Potentially, as we see Professor 1 now. He's just starting a lap. I feel like he's actually just starting a lap. He was half a second down, so maybe he aborted and went again. So the checkered flag will be out. If it isn't so already, it is just gone actually. So it.
So Barry Chuckle won't be able to improve.
No, invalidated. Yeah. So who's next? It's Naismith.
No, it's going to be Culver, but unfortunately he doesn't improve.
He did improve by almost half a second, but not enough to challenge for any later or higher position, shall I say, as we now finish the session. And
Naismith
is into the pit lane.
Let's see, is Triple Bro's going to go in the corner? No, he's deciding against it, he's just pitting.
Wanted noob, he's invalidated as well. So who's next? It's Prof. Yeah.
The guy just behind him isn't on a lap. He's not been using any battery, so we've got Prof and John Holmes are the only 2 left, but John Holmes is running a bit low on his battery. Let's see Prof coming across the line.
He takes pole position.
135 flat. There we have it. What a lap there. We've got John Holmes coming across around the last couple of corners, not improving on his time, unfortunately, into the pits. So that was quite a bit of a intense end to qualifying there, I would say. Quite close for quite a lot of pack there, I would say, as we've seen the rest of the cars being put back in the garages for the race in a little bit. We've got Prof, Paul Chuckle, we've got Slovan, Naismith, John Holmes, Barry Chuckle wanted now, but Lee Craig unfortunately crashed out, and then Calvert in 9th. And of course we had Ginge who made it through but didn't start this session due to his car being mangled, we'll say. So that's the build up over now. It's time to move on to the main event, where we will see all these I think it was 18 drivers.
19.
Is it 19 now? Yep.
19.
Nice. So we'll see all these 19 drivers go and battle it out for, I think, is it many laps at 33? 36? Something like
I'm not
that.
sure. I haven't done. I haven't. Obviously, it's still a new track. It's still the newest track. So no, not sure. But yeah, I think 33 sounds about right.
Hmm. But we'll find out in a few short moments anyway. So, any predictions, Joe, would you say?
Someone's going to win,
Really?
and someone's going to come last.
Now, that, I'm not so sure about that. I think they're going to come last. Maybe second last. No last one.
Someone will do an overtake.
Really?
So we're just
You didn't
waiting for.
say
So we're just waiting for drivers to sort out their strategies for the race. Any slight tweak to the front wing, maybe. For the race, obviously, we have got a dry race compared to the qualifying session. So I'm assuming everyone was on dry setups because obviously the races where the points are won. So 19 drivers. We've had a long, full qualifying session, I should say. It didn't feel that long at all. Actually, it went quite quickly, I have to admit.
Yeah, well, it
So
did help that we were given a lot of rubbish as well.
not talking about the fact that Spain ain't got its horrible chicane yet anymore.
Anymore. Aye, thank God, because I'm not going to lie, see how much time I used to lose going through that bit every time. I could never get it right. And it was the same when Baku first came into like the castle section before it got widened. I used to crash there every time.
Has it been
Flashback,
widened?
flashback.
Has it?
Yeah, it got widened like
Or have you just
second or
got
third
better?
year. I think it was like third or fourth year probably it got
Yeah.
widened. So I was like, thank God.
You were going to say
So
something else
we'll,
then.
so we'll have you look. Oh, it's just a mixture of mediums and hards here.
Hard. No one wanted to touch the soft link. They weren't interested.
I mean, soft, nah, it's not the best. Medium, it's alright.
I'm just surprised
But
that.
hard, they're the best.
I disagree. I think mediums are best race tyres, usually.
Well, I want some medium.
Oh, we got it wrong, by the way. It's 29.
Oh, nice.
It is quite a long circuit, to be fair.
Fair, yeah.
Big car park.
It's Vegas, baby. Is it not? No, that's Vegas next
Miami.
time. It's Miami.
That's the shit.
It's a,
The track looks like
come
a
on.
pig.
I know, it
Upside
does,
down.
doesn't it? Aye.
Upside down. Like as soon as someone told me that, I could not unsee it. So all I see
Same.
now is an upside down pig.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with upside down pigs, but yeah. Anyway, so the top two on medium tyres, and then you've got a bit of a literally, it's one then the other up to 10th place after that, Lee. So you've got two mediums. It's hard medium, hard medium, hard medium, hard medium. That was quite difficult to say. And then
and then you've got
5
hards, one medium, another hard, and two mediums.
I am surprised that not one person has gone on the softs.
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, I was thinking that it would have been at least an option. I mean, we've not seen a set of soft tyres this whole race, but then again, some of them might be
Later on in the race.
a little bit longer. Yeah.
Anyway, we've got the pole position man, and he's gone too long. He's been penalised in his grid box. So let's see what Joker Brothers can do. Spot on, and he's pointing a little bit to the left as well, Lee. So he's definitely made some.
That.
He's made some intention there.
Yeah, but he's going to be trying to get the jump off the line. And
So,
as usual, terrible camera angles. And there we go. and we're away for the Miami Grand Prix. Looks like Bugatti's managed to get a good start on them halves, but he's going to be on the outside
crash.
of turn one.
Big crash, turn one, sorry.
Oh.
Big crash, about 4th or 5th place. There's another crash.
Oh, no.
The Alpine went into the AlphaTauri.
Steen Hixie managed to make up quite a few spots there from there being that big kerfuffle there.
I'm amazed there's no safety car or VSC.
Yeah, usually that would indicate VSC at least. But moving up the field, and it looks like Lee Craig is making a move on Bugatti, and he's managed to make it stick there before the braking zone into turn 11. Nicely done. Lee Craig moves up to 3rd place there. And he'll be hunting down the Alfa Romeo of Paul Chuckle and the Prof in the Mercedes. We're seeing a little bit of a battle here between Calvert and Danny Apex. Calvert's moving down the field quite quickly. He's got a bit of damage to his front left end plate on that wing. Seeing is Royal Rumble going to be able to get enough speed going to overtake Kieran in the Haas. He's on the inside for turn 17. And it looks like he's managed to get just ahead going around that corner. Nicely done there from Kieran. Prof says fastest lap of the time, but obviously that ain't going to matter right now. But we're seeing Paul Chuckle make a move up the inside of turn 1. And he's managed to make it stick. Nicely done. What a move there from Paul Chuckle. Moving up into 1st place. And we'll see Ginge has managed to move up into 4th there. He's managed to make quite a good start there. Moving up from 10th and taking full advantage of that incident that happened at turn 1. Just on the last lap, John Holmes out. He retired in the pits, is he? Yep, that's unfortunate there. So we're 1 driver down already into lap 2.
You're on a run there, mate. So, yellow flag in sector 1. That'll be for John Holmes, I presume. Top 4, all on the mediums now, Lee.
Oh, Bugatti Slovan going a bit wide there, going around turn 15 there. That's left him a bit vulnerable to the McLaren of Chicken and Blunts here. On the run up to turn 17, it looks like Chicken and Blunts could be going for a move there. He's switching to the inside of turn 17. Is he going to be able to get the move done under braking? Late break in there, and he gets the move done, but is he going to be able to get back? No, he isn't. Chicken and Blunts manages to move up into 5th place. Paul Chuckle with the fastest lap of the race. Oh, but then Ginge just steals it away with 132.181. He's in 4th place now. He's catching up to the podium places quite quickly. Barry Chuckle with 131.464. And he is down in 12th place right now, so he is doing his best. He is on a charge now, trying to recover from that kerfuffle on lap 1 there. Looking like AJ Baker is going down the inside of Kieran at turn 8. Nicely done there from the Ferrari man. But it looks like Kieran's going to be aiming to get that position back. Is he going to have enough? Oh, no, he isn't. He ain't got enough power in that Haas there. I'm expecting Prof is going to possibly be able to make a move going into turn 17 here for the lead, as he will have the DRS available to him. Back in 2 seconds.
So, we're just seeing Professor 1 looking to the inside, or Prof 1, Professor 1, I don't know why I keep doing that. As he now makes his way onto lap 4. Of course, DRS has been disabled for a lap. The top 3, the top 4 are all within DRS of one another, all on the medium tyre. As now they make their way through Sector 1 and towards the end of Sector 1 as we get to the triple left-hander and on to the first of the two back straights or DRS straights, and DRS will be enabled now, and of course the only one in this train who's not going to be enabled is the leader, the Alfa Romeo driver of Truckle Brothers, as Naismith puts in the fastest lap time so far as we now run down into turn 11. We'll just go
Sorry
through.
about
No worries, as we're now going through turns 14, 15 and now 16 and making our way down the back straight towards the final braking zone as lap DRS will become available as soon as the track widens, and that line has been crossed, but Bugatti Sloven has had a crash at turn 16, and it looks like we've got a VSC or a safety car. We've got a safety car deployed. So, a bit of an extreme decision, I think.
Yeah, I've
VSC
got to say
maybe.
that. Yeah. But hey ho, this will give the pack a little bit of a chance to regroup. We'll see quite a few drivers, got 4 drivers here, coming into the pits. Got Barry Chuggle, Looneyman, Bugatti and Per Boden all coming into the pits. So we're seeing Looneyman and Per Boden and Barry Chuckle all go onto the hard compound tyres. That should do them to the end of the race, I would say. But is Wanted Noob going to be able to make a move and get past? Unfortunately, he isn't going to be able to get past any of them drivers who pit there.
So we've still got 18 drivers. Truckle Brothers got himself back up into the lead and has not pit. So who were the drivers? I know you just said the short memory. So we've had a few drivers talk about like Truck Brothers has pit and Looney Man and Bowden as well. Noob.
Bugatti, Boden, Noob, Looneyman.
All for the hard tyres. So.
Well, Bugatti, no.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, Bugatti went for the medium, but he had to pit. Seems he got a little bit heavy on his right foot.
It's a mistake we've all made. We're just waiting for this safety car to bolt back into the pits. Should be out for another lap, I would say.
Sometimes I even think they put more attention to detail in safety cars than they do the coding.
Aye. I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Right. Another thing, supercars, quite a good idea. Why can't we race them? Just let us race them.
Bro, exactly. Oh, Hixie with a 5-second time penalty for speeding.
Oh, he's doing an Esteban Ocon on us.
Oh, come on, this is it. Time to tally them up.
Shame he's not in an Alpine.
Yeah.
There's hopefully it'll change, but there's a familiar sight, seeing Williams in 16th and 17th. Hopefully not this year, though, especially with Alex Albon at the weekend. Let's just hope Max Verstappen had a fluke, because I do not want another season like this year again.
Well, but Russell's already said that it's looking. Yeah, he's already said that Verstappen's going to win every race. Please don't let it be like that. I don't want his name like you're cemented in the books like that.
It's like you had Schumacher, that was bad, and like
Yeah.
bad or good. Sorry, we'll be fair, bad or good, depending if you like him or not. Then you had Hamilton, bad or good, depending if you like them or not.
Vettel
And now, Yeah, okay.
I mean, it
Yeah,
was
sorry.
interesting. 2 years were interesting, but still, yeah.
Like, I wouldn't mind if Verstappen was up there this year. If like a Ferrari or a Mercedes or an Aston Martin or a Williams, I don't actually care which one,
Mhm.
was close enough to them.
Not gonna lie, it'd be funny if just seen Hulkenberg just coming in to start here, showing that Adam how it's done. That would be hilarious. I would love that.
I'm surprised he didn't get his first win last weekend. So, the Snake has emerged, and I think Chuckle Brothers is gone already. He has, and he's got himself a nice margin now. He's caught Prof sleeping a little bit under the safety car. He's gained almost a second.
Yeah, and I think even Lee Craig didn't even expect it either, or Ginge, as there's quite a big gap between them, and the same with Chicken and Blunts. He got caught napping, wanted to noob, is making his way past Per
Oh, Lee Craig.
Oh,
Spun round, turn 2.
car go forward, car no go back. One way quick. So, let's see. AJ Baker. Is he going to be able to make a move on Chicken and Blunts coming up? Is he going to be going for it? Doesn't look like he would always sit behind him.
I think he'll be. I think he'll be a bit too far back. He was a little bit too far back. We go under the freeway. It is quite tricky here, Lee, isn't it, to follow through this section, even on the game. I'm sure it's much harder in real life. I know it isn't to the same extent on the game, but it does feel like you lose a bit of aero around that section behind a queue of cars.
Definitely. I mean, you're running at quite a slow rate, so you're not getting as much air pressure under the bottom of the car, so they're in turn less grip. Also, I would say it doesn't help that it's quite bumpy. We've seen Royal Rumble itching to get up into at least 4th position here, as you can see it just ahead. He's got AJ Baker, and once got AJ Baker right in his rear view mirror.
Yeah, I was just about to say that AJ Baker and Kieran have gained 9 and 10 places respectively. Bugatti's lost 11.
Oh! And Chicken and Blunts lost it there. He just got a bit of oversteer coming around turn 8 there. That's allowed AJ Baker up into 4th place.
I think.
Royal Rumble is looking for a move. Is he going to have a move to the outside of turn 11 here?
Is the Red Bull behind going to have a go as well? Danny Apex.
Oh, and he's keeping it in nice and tight for turn 12 here.
Synchronised overtaking here from the Red Bulls. Danny Apex gets through.
But Royal Rumble doesn't, unfortunately. He got run out of road there. And got...
and his teammates letting him through.
There we go, that's good teamwork there, as Danny Apex is on them medium
the hard and mediums, yeah. Oh, in the background, Lee, got Chicken and Blunts and the Haas of Chuck Brothers looking to the inside. No, Looney Man gets quite close to the back of the Haas.
Kieran went a bit wide there. It looks like Chicken and Blunts
someone's in the pit. Yeah. The top two, though, they were separated by about a second. At the end of the safety car, they're still just about separated by a second.
When the noob is looking right at the back of Looneyman here, he'll be eyeing up a position anytime soon. Hopefully,
yellow. Danny Apex.
Spun at turn 7. Whether that have been contact or not, I'm not too sure.
Oh, looks like Aki is going to have a go here, even though the Haas of Kieran has got DRS. But he swoops around the outside for the braking zone. Easy job for the Alfa Romeo. No more passes into turn 11.
Naismith is coming on quite a bit from the start of this race. Get back up into 11th here, and we've got this big chain of cars from 4th place down to, what, about 12th nearly? 11th, 12th, something like that.
Wanted Noob's getting close. Not close enough.
Yeah, Neves just behind him there. Ooh, getting a bit squirrely there, coming out of turn 18 there.
So this midfield lead is very, very close. It's pretty much exactly in the midfield as well.
Yeah, we'll say those 7th, 8th and 9th here. That low. Either flashing at times. Oh, yellow flag in sector 3, who'll be that? That'd be, I think, Calvert.
Yeah, Calvert.
Oh, and seeing the Haas swapping places, and also looks like Winnieman and Wanted Noob are going side by side into turn 11 here.
Oh, nice.
And he manages to get the move done up into 9th place there from the Alpine driver. Nicely done. Now he's got Kieran just ahead of him on them hard compound tyres. Is he going to be able to make a move here on the lead up to turn 17? As we can see, Kieran flashing like hell there.
Yeah, he's going to lose that place.
Easy done.
Oh, is it? Nice late braking from Kieran, putting up a bit of a defence, but it was no good. Noob moves up into 8th.
Unfortunately, now he's run out of DRS and this has separated them a bit. Oh,
yellow.
no.
Danny Apex, safety car. That's going to be a safety car. It is.
Oh, what the? Per Boden just spun it as well, coming out of turn 18.
Well, there are worse times to spin it.
True.
Just at the pit entry as well. So probably the best time to spin it if you are going to spin. Hit the wall.
Yeah, I would say that. The one track I absolutely hated for it. Canada.
Oh, because the wall is...
Yep, that could go suck a plant. It could go...
Just cut the corner.
That's called cheating. Shh.
Only if you get caught.
I think the game automatically catches you.
You never know with EA.
True. So
just the front three have all pitted on lap 11. I bet they wish they went for the softs now if they'd known. Hindsight's a beautiful thing.
it is. But yeah, it sucks also because should have done this, should have done that. End of the day, doesn't matter. What matters is you're right there then.
Like, I should have beat you at FIFA earlier.
Boo-hoo, but you didn't.
No.
You've bet us too many times before that. Shut up. Getting sick of you winning another time.
I haven't won enough.
Enough. Says the guy that's what, 18 games ahead of us now? Well, it's came down.
It's on record now.
Okay.
It'll go back up again.
No.
Later. Right, everyone can hear this. Later. 3 games, plus 3 games. No? No, okay. So everyone, so you don't want to lose his 18 under. You don't want to lose that. It's not. If you think it's golf, it's not a good score.
Shut up!
So all of those have gone on to hard tyres. The hard tyres are going to be able to go to the end, though. Like 17, yeah, they will, won't they?
Easy. I mean, if some of these medium runners are on 10 lap old mediums, then I'm pretty sure they'll be able to still continue on. But we're seeing both the Chuckle Brothers, who did dominate last season, if I remember right, and was it in Ferrari? Yep. They two went on and came first and second in the Drivers' Championship, but we'll see if it's going to stay that way or not. It looks like it's going to be Barry that will be leading the pack away when we get started, most likely next lap.
Yeah, we're still waiting on a couple of drivers. Bowden and Lee Craig. But Lee Craig will probably catch up, even though he is out of the pack. He's going to have the best tyres.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're seeing Chicken and Blunt's pitting. I wonder.
And Bowden. Yeah, I wonder why they're doing that. I don't know exactly what the rules are, but that might infringe one.
I mean, they're still going to be catching up at the end.
Think so?
Penn Bowden's onto the hard tyres.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. They will probably.
So I'm reckoning he might just go and do that until the end, because they will heat up a lot quicker. And with him being at the back, he should be able to get
It's not a bad
past.
call, is it?
It's not. It's quite a good call. Should hopefully be able to follow Chicken and Blunt's through.
Yeah, and he's going to catch up right at the end of this back straight, I presume, or just into just at the end of sector 2. Just as the safety car will say it will be coming in, he'll catch up.
Yep. So he's just coming around turn 9 and 10 now. Yes, they're coming around turn 12 at the front. There we go, that's him caught up to the back of the pack. So safety car will be in this lot. God's sake.
Yeah, we're both slurring our words, aren't we? Because I don't think my drink quenched my thirst so much. I'm like, I'm assuming that safety car in this lap. There is a green light on the back. Does that mean that lap cars can overtake?
No, that'll be meaning that that'll be.
Oh no, the lights are off. I'm pretty sure the lights are off. Lights off. Safety car in
There we
this,
go.
yeah, he was just so far back. But that's going to have caught a lot of people off guard. A lot of people off guard. I think he's going to get us away quite early, and does. So he leads us on to lap 14, and we get racing again here in Miami as we go down towards turn 1. And it looks like Prof is going to be making up a place on Bugatti Solvent up the inside. As now the Williams tries to go around the outside, which turns to the inside again. Now the McLaren's maybe eyeing up a move, but it's going to be quite tricky, and you have to be bold and brave to try through here. And right alongside as well.
Either that or Colin Quinn saying. I would say I'm more in that category.
So Kieran has made up quite a few places. I think he started in about 16th place. And he's now trying to go for the move on the Williams. Tried to go up the inside at 11. He's still trying to think about it at 12, and then has to back out of it at 13 as we now make our way under the freeway and down the back straight. Right, like reverse bottlenecks, and widens just at this point here. I do think if that section there just after the the first DRS straight out at the end of turn 11, and that straight we've just been on there with the front four, or the ones just coming down to the turn 17. If that bit was a bit wider, I think it would be a much better racing between the two DRS straights.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we can't.
Well, Miami will be listening. The organisers. Well, they have actually made some changes, but yeah, I think so. So we've got a time penalty. Struggling a little bit at the back. Not sure if this is his first race. I think this is the first time I've seen him. Obviously, I haven't done it for a couple of months.
Yeah, he was in the last season. Fortunately, he's not doing the best, but we've seen Ginge manage to make up a move on Bugatti's Sloven around the outside there for turn 11. Nicely done there from the McLaren driver, making full use of them fresher hard rubber tyres. Coming around turn 16 now. Now, is there DRS this lap or not? Can't remember. Next lap, isn't it?
Yep. Yes, it's next lap. So I was pretty sure of that as well.
Jen moving up into 6th place now.
Oh, in the background though, Lee. We've got the Ferrari of Aki. He was trying to get the... Lee Craig was trying to get the toe off Aki, and he was quite aggressive with worming from side to side. Well, went dramatically to the inside when the gap widened. Royal Rumble though. Up the inside at turn 1.
That was a nice move there. I just caught the tail end of that there. Nicely done from the Red Bull driver.
So the top two, the brothers, the DRS.
Battle here between AJ and Bugatti there. For 8th
I think we've got the battle for the lead here, Lees. We've got just over a 1/10 of a second, and holds back. We're going to see a move into turn 17.
Prof is moving up. Prof's moving up into 4th position now. Nicely done there. Sorry about that. They were just...
No, it's alright. Absolutely fine. So, out of turn 16 onto the back straight. We'll just watch the front two, shall we, Lee? See if he can make a move this time. But I think already he's too far back.
Yep, he knows that
Haas
himself.
is weaving, yeah. But Ginge, he's on a bit of a roll here, getting past Kieran. Seeing his name going up the board. And Aki now getting past Hicks. Or is he? Is Looney Man is round at turn 17 and drops a few positions. Not sure if he's got damage. Fortunately, no one else has, because ghosting is enabled in RTG.
Oh, the guy was getting a bit close, nearly came to the back of AJ Baker there. And it's unsettled him for getting around turn 2 and 3 there. So it's kind of hindered him a bit, but he's got the Red Bull Royal Rumble right behind him, still sniffing at his exhaust fumes here, and he'll be wanting to make this move just here, and he's got a good run for it. Coming out of turn 8, he's got the ERS engaged. You can see that flashing light in the back of that Williams now. DRS is open, he's slipping into the back, reducing the drag as much as possible. He's moving to the inside for turn 11, under braking. Is he going to get it? Yes, he does. He gets the move on the Williams, and he's moved up into 8th position there. Nicely done from Royal Rumble. Now he's got AJ Baker and Ferrari just ahead, but he is looking dead set on the back of this Haas for 6th position.
So that was a really good move there by Royal Rumble, and this we've said from the pretty much the very start, the midfield's been
AJ
very
Baker,
close.
he's going for that.
Oh, he does, and Kieran didn't really know what to do. He stayed on the racing line. He sort of went, oh, there you go, my friend, and he just moved up into 6th place. He is clipping though, AJ Baker. That red light is flashing as we now go into turn 1. And into turn 1, Aki was very close, almost too close to Bugatti as he holds on to the 10th place, but for how much longer? As well as Royal Rumble wants an overtake on the Haas ahead of him as well. Very exciting in the midfield, Lee.
Yeah, I would say. Oh, no, it's like Aki's making the move up the inside of turn 7 and 8 there. Nicely done there from the Alfa Romeo of Aki.
So clinically insane then.
Yes,
as we
I would say.
I would see Looney Man. Yeah, also going to try it. And Aki now defends the inside, which doesn't help Bugatti's case, or does it? Goes up the inside, makes 2 places, but there was contact. And whose fault is that? That might go to the stewards, but it was a bold move by the Williams, who are on board with Aki and just saw that Williams fly up the inside.
That was a good overtake there. But naughty at the same time, but then again, and it looks like Wanted Noob's about to make a position up on Kieran. He's lost in another position, unfortunately. But then again, they're breaking.
Yeah, he breaks a little bit later, tries to hold it around the outside, but is incapable of holding on to 8th place. The only man not to stop in the race, and it's certainly showing now, with him falling down the order, and he's probably going to come into the clutches of that 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th and 14th train.
Yeah, we'll be in just a few short moments, I would reckon. Seeing that this Barry Chuckle is still managing to hold on nicely to the back of the Alfa Romeo there, of his brother Paul, in first place here. See the sparks flying out the back of that Alfa Romeo there. It's running quite low to the ground. But we're seeing that Lee Craig is making a move on Bugatti Sloven there with the aid of the DRS. Nicely done there.
Oh, and Aki's going to go for it as well. Aki's going up the inside. Bugatti, is he going to lose 2 places? All this contact. And they're going side by side round the outside. Aki and that Alfa Romeo.
What a move. Oh, and they're seeing Looney Man right at the back of Chicken and Blunts there. He was less than a 10th. Oh, and Ginger's up to 4th position there. We'll see Looney Man making a move on Chicken and Blunts here. Slips out to the left hand side. Oh, and it looks like there's a little bit of contact there. Chicken and Blunts getting squeezed up against the wall.
Gets squeezed again.
Yeah, but Looney Man's leaving him no room. Going full on aggressive. He wants as many positions as he can.
As Kieran's in the pits. What's he going on? Medium tyres, soft tyres, medium tyres.
I would say about time for him to quit. The safety car hasn't been nice to him, unfortunately.
These front... Sorry, Lee, the front two, they have not been separated by more than a second for a good number of laps now, and Chuck Brothers is starting to put his brother under pressure as we come into this twisty middle part of Sector 2, or should I say the end of Sector 2 actually, as we now go into Sector 3 and onto the back straight. This is as close as he's been for a while, Lee, coming out of turn 16.
I will say, though, we do know that the Haas will most likely have to stop again.
How many laps has he been on his tyres, Lee? If he does have to stop again, I thought he was going to go for that then.
Same. But we'll see. Unfortunately, he doesn't manage to get the takeoff that he needs out of turn 17. And he's fell back a little to be able to get close enough to get a position. Sitting on board, they're checking him once now. He's coming out of turn 17, he's got Looney Man just ahead in the Merc. But he's got no battery, so that's buggered him for that. Seeing a lot of these drivers struggling for battery.
Noob and Royal Rumble closest battle on track on lap 21. As we come down the back straight, no DRS for the Red Bull. So he's going to be under threat. Yeah, I'm sure we're going to see a move here. It's going to be a move before the braking zone, I think, Lias, as we go down towards the braking zone. Good 15 metres ahead of the Red Bull.
Easy done. DRS sometimes makes it a bit too easy to overtake, I would say sometimes. But then again, we've seen Ginge making a move on Neve there.
Yeah, Prof is
nice.
Prof is a threat as well, so he goes on to the rostrum.
Yep. He's looking for that move, but Naismith is jumping into the pits.
Interesting.
19 laps in the mediums.
Well, soft tyres for the final stint. We might see some overtakes from this man in the final stages, but has he left this a little bit too late? The Aston Martin crew look like they're out as well, ready to take a driver or not, or have they just had? Oh, that's strange. Well, that was meant someone else was going to come in. So he comes out in 14th now. He's maybe got a little bit too much work to do, Lee.
Yeah, it does seem like.
Oh, Lee. It's never been closer at the front, and it's now switched positions. Chuck Brothers takes the lead as we go down into turn 11, or did he? Because he outbraked himself, and the Alfa Romeo has now moved back into that first place. He'll be absolutely kicking himself, Lee, for sure.
He will be definitely getting that opportunity, then not managing to finish it up.
We might see a couple of exciting laps towards the end of this race now, because this is getting to the point of that race, Lee, where the gloves are off, isn't it? And, you know, to say again, really starting to get into the end zone now, and it's becoming it's just about to be a first in goal. So we haven't got too long to go. He stayed within DRS. Neither of them have got a time penalty.
I've got to say, Barry is doing quite well, managing to stick with Paul there, even though his tyres are 7 laps older. We've seen a yellow flag in sector 2. Bowden spinning out under the freeway there at turn 15 there. Unfortunate there. We'll have a wee look further back, as it looks like Chicken and Blunts could be eyeing up a move for 10th position. He's going around the outside to turn 7.
He's still going, but he's got some grip around the outside there, and he's going to get the DRS as well.
That's superior grip in the medium compound tyres. Now with the DRS, that's it. Sealed, done, sent up into 10th place. But now Looneyman is looking down the inside of Bugatti there for turn 11. He squeezes him a little. He's still got that outside the line there.
They're going to go through here. Side by. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. It was intelligent driving, though. It was intelligent. Just to hold off, fight for another few laps. You're getting so close to the end now. You don't. Do you know what I mean? You stop taking so many risks the more you go through a race.
I would say it would be easier just to keep that gap for hopefully getting past and hopefully getting into the top 10. Oh, Winnieman a bit light on the brakes there and bumps into the back of Bugatti Sloven there. And he's lost.
Oh, he's gone into the pits.
Oh, no, Winnieman is going to be wishing he made that overtake.
Or just held back. Smith is, of course, on the soft tyres. And now caught up to the back of Hicksey. Oh, now over a second between the leaders. He's just lost a bit of ground. AJ Baker, though, breathing down Prof's neck. Just got himself back into a second, back out of a second. I'm just keeping an eye on the top two because, of course, if this stays the way it is at the moment, where these two are just within DRS, just not within, we get a bit closer, we're going to be keeping a close eye on the front for the rest of the race, I think, because of course this is the battle you want to see, the race victory, or the fight for the race victory.
Well, saying that, we've got Naismith in 12th now. He's just went and moved up a position on Hexie and Aston Martin. He's got a superior grip to everyone else on track. He's just got Looneyman just ahead of him here. Then again, Royal Rumble has just lost a place to Lee Craig there in the Ferrari. It looked like Royal Rumble was going to be able to get the place back, but just didn't get enough traction there. And he's going to have a look outside into the inside now. He's going to be on the outside for turn 2, and then back on the inside for turn 3. He's keeping it stuck in, but then again he's going off the track and on the curb, and unfortunately doesn't manage to keep it steady enough to gain a position there, unfortunately.
It looks like Naismith as well. It's got another one to overtake as well, and that's a Mercedes. Those soft tyres are going to be superior now to the rest of the field. But as I said, I don't think he's got enough laps left, maybe to make up for another position after this one, but I think that would be it.
Most likely he's got the DRS here. But then again, it's just checking in. Blunt is just right ahead there, but then again...
Oh, he's gained loads of time already, but 6 seconds.
On... well...
Draki, that's a bit much, exactly. I think. If he did, he might. If it was a bit less than that, he might be looking at a 7th place. But I don't think that's going to be the case. Going back to the top 2, they're getting closer and closer. He did drop out of that 1 second, and now he's back within half a second.
The thing is, these two guys will be in a party together, and they will be hearing each other.
Sweat mode engaged.
Yep. So
oh, he's chickening Blunt. Dives in.
He'll be going aiming to go for the fastest lap, I'm reckoning, and steal off. I think it's Naismith right now that's got it with a 1:29.930.
That's another one. Show us the fastest lap on the screen without us having to check.
Yeah.
We're going to start making a list. Mrs. loves a list. Chuck Brothers still within. I'm sorry, Lee did run me the riot act about Paul and Barry, but I can't remember.
Good right away in that positions.
Paul and Barry, okay, nice and easy, yeah. Unless it changes. Half a second, arguably, well, is the most exciting battle on track, is the closest battle on track as we go on to the third to final lap. Who's winning this one, mate?
I mean, Paul Chuckle has the superior grip with the 7 lap younger tyres, so it is a tough one. I would most likely say Paul Chuckle's got the advantage here. He has got the lead also, and he is going to manage to be a bit more consistent and pull away, but the DRS is just managing to hold Barry in just enough to stay within semi-striking distance, but at the same time they're both burning up their ERS batteries. So seeing the yellow flag in sector 1, who that be?
Royal Rumble.
Is that...
Was it Royal Rumble? Oh, sorry, I may have said the wrong person.
Wanted Noob.
Was it Wanted Noob? Apologies.
Oh, good there, buddy pal.
Right, so 2.5 laps to go, Lee. And as you said, he has got 7 lap newer tyres, but could we arguably say, with the fact his tyres are 7 laps older, that he may have had the better pace over the Alfa Romeo?
Yeah, I would say that, but then again, he's not going to be able to get enough to strike, I would
Oh,
say.
he's made a bit of a mistake. He's made a bit of a mistake. The Alfa Romeo
Oh,
driver just had the back end go a little bit loose out of turn 17. This might be his one and only chance. Is he going to send it? No, he still holds
no.
back, Lee. Still holds back. I know you said they'll be in a party, and obviously they're brothers as well, so it may be a bit more personal to anyone else, or it is probably a bit more personal to anyone else, but he's had a couple of chances, Lee. Obviously the one where he did run a little bit wide and lose the place, but there has been a couple of other chances I've seen where he's got so close to the back of him.
Yeah, definitely.
Just send it for us. Go on.
Go on, you ginge the win. Turkey's for it. I didn't say that. What said that?
Yeah, Gary Lineker, supposed to be impartial. 3 tenths, 4 tenths, Lee. He's like, he's obviously, I think he's got a bit more downforce on the car compared to the Alfa Romeo or Paul.
Yeah,
when we get onto the straights, he just sort of, especially on exit, I know it'll be the tyres. When I say that, he's closing that gap now. We've got 1 lap to go when we cross the line. This is going to be the penultimate time into this corner. He doesn't go for it again. That one really did surprise me.
I think he's going to be going, oh, and then they both get a wee bit squirrely on the curve on the exit there.
Pressure is mounting between these two siblings as we go into turn 1. Naismith looks like he's getting very close. We'll quickly go to that before we go back to the leaders. Not close enough for a move as we go back to the leaders for the final lap. I have to admit, Lee, for the first race of the season, this one has been quite a good one from qualifying to the race. Apart from a couple of safety cars, and maybe one of them should have been a VSC. But hopefully we'll have a fight for the win, but I don't think it's going to happen now. I don't think it's going to happen. He's got close a couple of times, Lee, and I'm just a bit surprised that he hasn't gone for it. As we go down,
batteries are dead.
Turn 11. He's going to have the most spectacular corners here before he gets on to the final DRS straight of the lap and race. As we go through under. He's just over a second now. He had his chance for a couple of laps to try and go for a dive. Is he going to go for a dive at the final corner on the final lap? I don't think so. Way too far back this time, and his brother knows it. The Alfa Romeo is weaving from side to side. He joins him. I think he's applauding him for the win. I think this is going to be an Alfa Romeo win, a Paul win, and wins here in Miami, and his brother comes home on the second step. Looks like Ginge in the Ginger car is going to come home in third.
Prof, he was looking quite close at the back of, AJ Baker was looking quite close at the back of Prof there. Doesn't manage to make the move. The other Ferrari of Lee Craig closely followed by Royal Rumble, 85 thousandths of a second. He wanted to move just behind that. Naismith in 9th. Managed to make it quite a few
Bugatti! Almost lost it in the penultimate corner. Kieran
coming across the line now, coming around turn 19, followed by the second Ginger car of Chicken and Blunts. And there we have it. That is the end of round 1 of season 10 here at RTG for Miami. On their signalled as driver of the day. Got to disagree there, I would say. He did do well, but I would have to probably give it to Chuck Brothers or Chuckle. The two were battling out quite a lot there. Or AJ managed to do quite well, climbing up from 14th position there.
It was a good race, I think, just throughout.
It was, everyone done quite well, but we'll have a wee quick run down of the grid after round one, so we've got Chuckle Brothers in first, we've got Chuck Brothers in P2, Ginge in third, fourth is Prof AJ Baker in fifth, sixth is Lee Craig, Royal Rumble in seventh, Wanted Noob finished in eighth, Naismith and the Williams finished ninth, Aki in 10th, 11th was Looney Man, Hexay was in 12th, Bugatti Sullivan in 13th, 14th was Kieran Chicken and Once in 15th, and Perham Bowden was a lap down, finished in 16th. Danny Apex Calver and John Holmes unfortunately all did not finish this race. So,
what have we got next week, Lee?
I'll have a wee quick look then.
Yes, to answer your question, yeah, or to your statement, it was a good race, good first race. Miami, do you know what? I don't think I've given Miami enough credit for a good racetrack, to be fair.
Oh, and funnily enough, it was the track we were just speaking about earlier on. Spain.
Unfortunately, they haven't got rid of the chicane in 22.
True, we're still to wait for that.
I've just makes it. I must say, actually, probably without that chicane, that track might be decent.
Mm-hmm.
Might be. You can overtake into turn one. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Sorry, I left the screen onto the main screen. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the video. Thank you, Lee, for joining. And we'll see you next week for Spain. Same time, 8 o'clock next Thursday. So make sure you be there.
Peace out.